Hey Reflections! So, I've been getting a lot of interesting comments, especially people that don't understand psychedelics and people that don't believe with the New Age movement. So, I want to address those issues a little bit. I think this should be the video that people see, especially new people when they come to my YouTube page, because I'm realizing that people don't really know how to act or react, and they react. And when they do react, it's so, well, expected, you know? Like, I expect those reactions because I realize that you are not awake. And it's really scary. It's really scary when you're awakening, and all of these things that are happening are awakening you to something much greater than yourself, but also awakening you to yourself. So when you go to somebody's YouTube channel and you do not agree with what they say, an awakened individual will not just spit out word vomit like blah blah blah, I hate you, you know what I mean? Like, that's not what we do. That's not what we do, because we're conscious and we realize that the person that is speaking, well, they're not sharing the same views as we share, but that doesn't make them wrong. That is their perspective on life. So I used to do the same thing. I used to dislike the video. I used to just type away of how much they're wrong. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of stuff I was doing before I was awake. But then now that I am awake, I realize that doing that is like coming to somebody's house, knocking on their door, taking a huge steaming pile of shit, handing it to them, and saying, hey, you're not allowed to have any ideas or views on anything. I don't like you. You're wrong and you're the devil. Like, stuff like that. And it's really funny because if you do not like psychedelics, this channel is probably not for you. If you do not like consciousness, then this probably is not for you. If you're one of those fear mongers or people that are living in fear all the time, then that's your deal. You know what I mean? I am very much aware of what's going on, and New Agers are not all about love and light. Here's the thing. If you have done multiple DMT trips, you realize it's not all about love and light. Actually, I suggest you read Anton Parks. He is really, really good at explaining this stuff. I have yet to find anybody that has done a detailed synopsis on his books in English. I find it in other languages, but never in English. So I ordered the books yesterday. I should be getting them in a few days. The thing is, I've been trying to find the books in bookstores, and that's what I kind of like to do. I like to go get my books. I hate waiting. Like, I just want to read it right now, and it sucks, but I have to wait. And so yeah, I'm going to read the books and do a detailed synopsis for all those people that want to dwell on the negativity and the you know. Okay, so when I did DMT, I realized that we are trapped in a jail cell for our consciousness in this 3D reality. I agree. It's not all love and light. It really isn't. But what do you want me to do? Like, what do you want Quantum Kitty to do? Do you want her to just talk about the bullshit that's happening? Like, is that what I should do? Is that what I should be? Should I be on here crying all the time and disempowering you and telling you that you have absolutely no control over the situation. Good and evil is within you. Good and evil is within all of us, and it is our job to conquer that. So that's what I'm trying to spread. The more you are conscious, the more you have power. The more you have consciousness, the more you can stand up for yourself and truth and what you believe in. And another thing, also, those reflections that are saying that New Agers are wrong, New Age is wrong, New Age is wrong. Okay, take a step back and look at your actions. What exactly are you doing when you are ingesting entheogens like mushrooms and dimethyltryptamine and LSD? You're doing magic. You're doing occult, hidden magic. That's what you're doing. That's what you're engaged in. That is New Age. Actually, that's not even New Age, that's Old Age. Like, New Age is just old, repackaged new. So, the church doesn't like that. You're doing magic. Like, that's why I call myself an alchemist. That's why I call myself a wizard. Because I understand that I am actively engaging in magic when I consume these entheogens. That's what you do. That's what all of these cults back in the day were doing. You know, the temple of Mithra, like, that's what they were doing. They were taking mushrooms at 12 o'clock mass and they were doing magic, and that's what entheogens are, and that's why I love them so much. So that's basically another point. You know, you shouldn't just bash whole groups of people, and I realize that the people that piss me off the most are the people that are teaching me the most, teaching me about myself and the reality, which is illusion. So I realized in a very early DMT trip that my whole entire perspective was constructed by sacred geometry. And that's why I'm very much into geometry. And that's why I suggest you read up on geometry, because if there are external forces, they're obviously manipulating them through geometry. So again, it's understanding the nature of your reality, and New Agers are not doing something new. Actually, this has been done for a very long time, and I almost feel ancient. Like, I don't feel like a 20-something-year-old. I feel like I'm, 6,000, 7,000 years old. That's how I actually feel, because a lot of the books I read, it's all about the occult. It's all about history. It's all about mathematics. It's all about consciousness and alchemy. And I got this book that I thought would explain the geometry, the sacred geometry that I was seeing, and it turned out not to be about sacred geometry, but actually the hermetic principles. And I got a little annoyed because I just paid $20 for this book and the hermetic principles are online for free. But then I realized, again, this is a lesson, and this is showing me that I need to transmute my thoughts and energy to understand the sacred geometry that I was seeing. So yeah, I'm actually going to read those Anton Park books. I'm going to give you guys the knowledge that is in those books, because I do think they are important. Understanding the past is very important. Understanding, you know, these ancient texts are super important, and that's kind of what I love to do. I love to just understand the past, and I really, really, really want everybody to just get along, because there's no reason to hate one another, and there's no reason to treat each other disrespectfully. And as people that are doing DMT and mushrooms, you should know better. I know better. And if you do not like the content in which you are viewing, do what I do. I unsubscribe, I don't watch that, I don't comment, I don't dislike, I don't do anything. I just move along. And that's the best advice I could give to you, because we're all in this together, man. I mean, we need to love each other. It's not all about love and light, but I'm not going to sit here and dwell on the negativity and the bullshit. I'm going to give you answers, fire reflections.